Welcome to the Locker, season 5, episode 4. I guess it's a leap year, so we're gonna leap over. We leaped over a show last week. Well, last time we was on, we went straight to season 5. I'm your man A White, along with Van Hiles. Been a little minute, man. What's going on,
man? Same old, man. It's a lot of shit to talk about, man. It's a lot of shit to talk about, and it's track season. Ain't nothing better than a lot of shit to talk about in track season.
Yeah. Well, it still was basketball season for real. You a track guy, and I quit.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, we got a basketball team.
Who do?
Yeah.
Because the women ain't hitting no shit, but okay.
We did win 2 in a row before we brought South Carolina.
Okay.
That was a good question. Why you bring South Carolina? I wonder if they brought South Carolina in for the draw or the crowd.
Yeah, for senior night. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that's a tough game to win.
Yeah. Okay. Question for you, and I posed this to somebody else, a former high school teammate of mine. If you're having a bad year, like this ain't you having a good year. This is a down year for our team.
Right.
Would you rather your senior night with a packed house, knowing you're gonna get your whip, or would you rather be just your parents in the stands and you have a blowout win?
Man, it's South Carolina, man.
I don't know, but Anthony, who else? There's only 2 teams. There's 3 teams potentially that will bring in a big crowd. The lowest will be Tennessee. Then it'll be LSU. Then it'll be South Carolina. Ain't nobody else on our schedule. I mean, even when we play good teams, there's nobody coming to watch those games.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the video, man. Shared on the Locker, man. They actually do scrap over there in Kroger Craft Complex. I'm talking about good old scrap, man. Somebody could have broke their neck.
Anthony, how many locker room fights have you seen in your life?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's heavyweights, man.
Okay. All right. That's fair. It was usually big boys don't want to waste their energy.
Right. Yeah, they might get on there and start wrestling.
You're right. It's usually the skill position players that usually running backs, linebackers, wide receivers, DBs. Those are the ones who usually get into a little fisticuff. But then, what they
Desert Storm, man.
No, that ain't Frank. What's up, Freaky Frank? Hey, I've seen some good ones, bro. I've seen some good ones. And that wasn't good because the guy Flax was fighting was horrible. That was a one-sided fight. That joker threw a punch like this, Anthony. I'm like, come on, man. You can't. When you get we can't throw a punch like this. Come on.
Well, this is the question that needs to be asked. Was they both angry? Was one of them angry? Was one of them bullying? So it's more or less kind of, if I'm angry, if you don't really want to fight, you say, oh, Cam ain't want to fight, but Cam like, man, get out over here, man. And I thought those was kids he was throwing around.
Right, I did. Oh. Okay. All right. Because I'm that dude. I'm going to joke, right? I'm going to clown on you. And I'm going to get you up to a point, and we're going to be like, all right, man. All right, I got you. We'll ease off for a day, but then I'm coming back stronger. But I'm going to give you a day to chill, right? I think there was some real, and for you to get in a locker room fight in front of everybody, there was a both side animosity deal. I don't know what it was. It was a girl or someone chipping on Flax too much because he ain't performing. And this dude who don't play on your, you know what? And Flax like, all right, dude, you gotta chill out. And dude like, man, for what? What am I chill out for? You ain't doing. It's like, bro, you on scout team. And they go back. So now you know when you say you're on scout team, now he gets into all right. So I think in that one, I don't think it was one-sided because they was both ready to fight. The dude who don't want to fight, he gonna be like, hold on, bro, hold. But so,
well, I don't think old dude. I can't even tell who the other dude was, but just by face.
I don't mean to be colorist, but he was that's light skin. That's light skin fighting. You know, he probably was trying to be petty, light skin dude. That's how light skin dudes do.
And before we move on from that situation, I will say this. I guess in your defense is I honestly don't wholly agree with you that they both. I think one said something and wasn't prepared for the backlash.
Okay.
Flax, like you said, Flax had enough.
That's fair.
But one thing that tells you it might have been something popping off wasn't nobody trying to hold Flax back from getting to him.
Right.
He let him until he boomed him and thought Flax, MMA where he got him on top. Everybody was letting it go down, so everybody knew it was the reason. There had to be a good reason.
And even when he suplexed him, ain't nobody jump in, like really jump in. They just like, all right. They were hovering. They were breaking up there just hovering. That's a good point. That's valid. Yeah, you're right. Ain't nobody tried. No one. Yeah, you're right. Even Coach Curry tried to stop a fight. Ain't nobody in that. They were like,
man, who jumped on top of Cross when Cross and George, somebody I know. I just know when he got up, he was laying on top of Cross and put him in a headlock or something. Man, had him in a full Nelson. Calm down. But yeah. So I am happy to see they do scrap over there, which means they turned it up and they show some emotion about each other and about winning the game and about preparation for winning the game. We ain't been on here in a long time, man. We ain't been on. No, we ain't been on in 3 weeks.
No, Anthony.
Have we had a show since the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No. Last time, when was the Super Bowl? Last time we had a show was 2-4. I believe, yes, 2-4. So the shows, the things on there. I gotta before we get on to old Bush, not Reggie or
you're right,
or Devin, but what'd you think about the Super Bowl, man? The people jump right to the, and this is really quick. I don't really want to get it, but people jump right into the quick. Are you into that halftime show stuff?
No.
Do you think it's comment worthy?
I mean, it's comment worthy. Yeah.
Do you think it was good or bad? Did y'all think the halftime show was good or bad? I know everybody else talked about it, but we just gonna gloss over that just because, like I said, we ain't had a couple shows. And unfortunately, we have to get off an hour because I got 2 of our streams that's gonna shut down in 60 minutes, whether we get off or not. So so what'd you think about it?
I'm gonna start off. I'm a Usher fan. I've been an Usher fan since day one, so I'm a little biased. For him to get that many songs in that 15-20 minutes, and I know they were only he was basically saying a verse. He was saying a verse, and that was it. And he was moving. For you to only sing a verse of a song and keep it entertaining is everything. And him to change off, dude, I'm gonna say,
did he have 3 wardrobe changes?
I think he had.
He went from the beginning
at least
to the white baggy stuff to the roller, whatever he did the roller skates in.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he just took his shirt off.
You might be 2 or 3. And I learned something with that is that when Her came out, and this is crazy, this is how in tune fans are and how good 4K is, they said she wasn't playing the guitar, which is true. But I found out that all instrumentals has to be taped. So you can't play a live instrument live at the halftime show. The only thing you do is vocals, which I was like, would you want to do the other way around? Because what if someone let out a beep, 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 beep? I don't know. I thought
that makes sense. That does make sense. And I've never really been big against people and I guess if you're in a concert, but if you way back there, I've never been big about, if you know somebody can sing, you want to hear them live, like it's too much going on, it's too much stuff that people say they get live, then I always go back to Milli Vanilli. I'm like, if you like the music and they was just dancing, what difference do it make? But I guess since you figured out they wasn't their voice, now you dislike them. I don't know.
Right. Well, he's going to be, it's not many. He's going to go into the history books as one of the only that goes that sung on live. It wasn't on tape record or whatever they call it. So he can have that in his back pocket that he did something that not many will do.
All right, back to the fight. Then we're gonna get to Bush. I was wondering if there's post editor on the staff, occasional fights again. Are you concerned about? Not concerned. Is it in the back of your mind? Who videoed the fight and let it get out?
That's a problem.
Why is it getting out at this point?
That's a
9 times out of 10 is probably somebody who's no longer on the team. But
all right,
maybe it's Flax himself showing the scouts, hey, look here.
I'm gonna say this: any family. I didn't have a sibling. My sister is 12 years younger than me, so she wasn't in my peer group, I say. But any family, I had cousins that we were all within 2 years of each other, and we love each other and we fought. So you're gonna tell me you're gonna get a locker room full of basically 100 players, and you're gonna tell me 2 of them are not gonna go at it? If that's the case, that's probably not the team you want to be on. If you got a team of 100 players from different backgrounds, from different parts of the country, and you're gonna tell me 2 are not gonna have a disagreement ever? Now, normally it happens on the field. A lot of the fights happen on the field. Right, but sometimes that field filtrates into the locker room if it's not handled correctly on the field. So no, man, that fight means nothing to me. Zero. I don't. There's no positive or negative about it. That's just young men being young men and the testosterone taking over.
I'm just glad to see they fighting in that locker room one way or the other. Let you know it's a little motivation out there.
So Anthony, so you think that's the only fight ever?
No, you know the fight I want to see. I want to see the JoJo Kemp and Boone Williams fight.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
I want to see that. I heard somebody got mopped out there. Mop. I want to see that one, man. Yeah. But if that's somewhere out there, coach, let me check it out. Everybody gone now. All parties are gone. Let's check it out.
Now the part you brought up, and this is what's wrong with today's society with everybody having phones. I can't imagine what would have been shown if we had phones back in the day, bro. We would have acted a whole lot differently. Is first of all, why are you showing it, and why are you showing it now? And I'm a petty MFer. I am, dude. If you see petty in a dictionary, and there's a Pictionary, not a dictionary, my picture is right there. Bruh, why? Like, is that someone who don't like Flax? Because that's the only thing that would make sense to me. Why are you posting something about Flax now? And I don't think that makes Flax look like he's in a bad light. I don't think that hurts him. So why would you post that now? That goes against the code.
Maybe it was Coach Wolford.
Ooh,
He's back.
valid.
Let him know, hey, you better get these dudes in here mixing up. We've been asking that all along. What else we've been asking all along? I'm gonna let you start off, man, because I think we're gonna give them good old disagreeings here. I don't want to set the stage so you can take my answers apart. Bush Hamdan. What is it? That the right choice? Is it a knockout hire? Is it the guy you want?
Dude, you know how I feel about players and coaches. We both have our feelings about Liam. We had this talk before the season. Did he have to hit lightning in the bottle? The first time. He had a quarterback that I thought he was happy with. He had better receivers now than he had first time. So why wasn't the offense successful? It's kind of weird how now we got into this year, we don't run enough plays. We didn't run that many more plays than his first time here. But so honestly, what's the problem? Was it Liam or was it the damn players? Now, you as a coach have to get the buy-in for the players. And sometimes, and that I don't think Scangarello did a good job of that. Because in the NFL, you ain't got to buy in. The players got to buy in kind of it's different. It's different. But in college, you got to get those players to buy into you. And Scangarello, I don't think did a good job of that. But it wasn't Scangarello's game day calls that was the problem. It was the execution of the game day calls. And so you had, if you think about it, right? Liam Cohen had the same record Scangarello had. if you really think about it, right? And honestly, Liam had better players.
Yeah.
He had second-year players. So is it the players or the coach? So I'm going to say this. I think Hamdan was one of the best options that you had at the moment. Is he the best one that you could have gotten? If Liam would have said, I'm leaving after the season, he wouldn't have been the hire, I don't think. That's just me.
Yeah. Right.
But in the late in the game, to be able to pull a guy who has some success is a pretty good pull. But now, to me, it goes back to this. Do the players gravitate to him? Do the players trust him? Is he going to create a system that brings out the best of the unit that he has? Like somebody else did an outstanding job that all y'all fans wanted fired years ago. If he can do what Eddie Grand did, I think we'll be fine.
You know what? My first thought was, who is this guy? So I had to go back and do some research.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I guess I didn't recognize his work just off top.
Okay.
So, Boise, Washington, Missouri.
Atlanta Falcons was the one that got me. He was quarterback coach.
I'm trying to think of their success. That's why you saying I'm trying to think of their success.
No, not success. That's the guys he's been around.
Oh,
hold on, Anthony. Are you telling me that being around Mike Leach doesn't help you?
You do know we got Scangarello and from San Francisco Super Bowl, San Francisco 49ers, right?
Well, okay. Well,
they kept rolling when they left. They ain't last here.
No. But Scangarello has another job right now. I don't think Scangarello is an OC. And I don't know if Bush is gonna be the cat's meow. Honestly, if you want to say it, look on paper, was Liam the cat's meow? Because if you think about it, 2021, that defense held the damn program up strong until the offense came around. If you really want to think about it. If you look at 2021 and you go and watch all the games, those first 5 to 6 games, the defense had to hold us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say this. This guy's coming to a better situation. He's coming to a situation at the University of Kentucky that couldn't have been better. You're coming off a 7-6 season. So if you went 8 or 9, everybody's gonna think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? If you win 7, they're gonna be mad, but then you say, well, I wanted just as many as Liam won, and y'all thought he was great. So it's not like he's coming on Liam on 2021 where we won 10 games. He's not coming after we had a great quarterback and he's coming back for a second year, and now we're expecting the same thing to happen. I don't know how successful he's gonna be, but I think he's entered a good time to be the new OC.
I guess at this point, it ain't really, I don't think it's a bad time to become a new OC here, because we kind of got a revolving door. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you tell me how important these things are.
Uh-huh.
And this is where I didn't finish making my original point. My original point was, we're at the point now, Stoops should be trying to make a blockbuster hire. Our defensive coordinator, we got one of the best in the country. I ain't worried about that. Now, if he leaves, now we got to worry about that. I don't think we worrying about Brad White. But we have the cachet at this point. Kentucky is right where they need to be. We can poach somebody's coach. We can get it. Ain't the old Kentucky where nobody wants to come here and coach. Now, all we looking for is you. Like when they got Bob Stoops wasn't Bob Stoops at Kansas State first? Bob Stoops went to Florida. But I'm just saying, before everybody really knew who Bob Stoops was, and before everybody knew who Urban Meyer was when he was in the MAC conference, I'm saying we are doing nothing but comfortable hires, and that is starting to piss me off. Us doing comfortable hires is telling me that we may be at the comfort level I was afraid we was at.
Anthony.
So what?
Anthony. The hiring game takes both sides to agree. Whom do you think we didn't try to get, and we was like, nah, they ain't gonna. Who do you think we didn't go after the top dog? We just like, nah, we don't go after. I'm asking you because you probably know more info than I do.
I'm gonna say this based off what you said and based off what I'm gonna speculate. Based off what you said and based on what I'm gonna speculate, this is the better question to be asked between the both of us. Okay. And we not go after them and say, nah. You know how Kentucky got Mark Stoops? And it was kind of lucky, but Mark Stoops wanted to come to us.
Uh-huh.
We still got that same mentality. Like, well, do we go after them? Nah. I mean, but we want somebody who's gonna come to us. We want somebody who's gonna be here. I'm not sure how we got Liam back. Liam was a comfortable hire. You and I both know that it was a strong possibility that Liam was out. Well, a stellar athlete. No, I'm saying when he was here successful.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm saying his first go around.
Yeah, I'm saying
that was Liam. I'm not sure how much of that was Liam.
I agree.
So although I think some of it back,
I think some of it was. He does call a good game, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. I think so, but I think he had the right people. Will had that strong arm. And I'm not taking anything from Liam. Will had that strong arm, and you got you got Wandale running through people's backfield 30, 40 yards. Who do you know can hold the ball for 4 or 5 seconds, and then launch it 60 yards off their back foot? So, but that ain't. I don't know if that. I guess that is play calling in a sense. Then you got a tough running. I just say bringing Liam back was a comfortable hire. Maybe Liam needed somewhere to land immediately. He should have still been attractive based off what he did in Kentucky, and having a year at LA, saying that I didn't get a chance to call the plays. There's a whole lot, but I don't think you. Like I said, I'm speculating on a lot of things. I just think we could go get somebody that we want. We can two things.
Who?
I'm not sure.
Who? I mean,
I didn't get that much research. I ain't came on the show. I ain't came on the show prepared enough to actually have this discussion.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's like how we go by who's the top, who should be an all-star and be like, oh no, that. But then like, who do you take off? Like such and such should be all-star. But like, who do you take off? Right? Like, there's 5 guys now. Whom do you take off of the all NBA team? That's the problem. My thing is this: whom did you want, and did they want to come? And I'm gonna start with this. And I understand we are so insulated in only Kentucky football and how great that we'll become. I want people to understand. I'm a coach. We have the bottom third recruiting class in SEC, and we have the bottom third resources. If I am a top dog and I'm at Oregon, I'm at Alabama, I'm at Georgia, I'm one of these really elite OCs with some history, why would I come to the bottom third in both recruiting and resources? I'm not. It doesn't make sense. Now, again, what I'm gonna ask for all the people who say, oh, he's going for the most comfortable, is whom do you want? And then you contact them, you DM them, and see if they are willing to leave their current situation to come to Kentucky.
Oh, my turn. So I see you back on this bull that we started this whole show with years ago. So you're just gonna take my point, wrap it the way you want to make it rapid. My first question I was gonna ask you when you said who was gonna get, the first question I was gonna ask you that anybody you go after. So like I say, you're right. All those people ain't gonna come here because first or second question is gonna be what that paycheck look like.
Facts.
Me off of the top is saying we need to spend those resources and get them. Put it like this, Van. Do we not have the resources, or we just not spend? Are we in the bottom because we have to be, or we in the bottom because we want to be? We wanted a recruiting room for years. We lost. And I ain't gonna get into too many names. I ain't gonna throw no names around. Do your research, you find things out. We lost the defensive coordinator from Michigan's championship team, who's now going to the LA Chargers. We lost him based off not wanting to be paid, not being paid underpaid. Now, did it hurt us? Probably. But we could have been where we at now. So you mean to tell me this guy, the won the national championship, had one of the best defenses in the country 2 or 3 years in a row, now going to San Diego, but he was here in your backyard from your hometown, love to stay. We'll even give you a hometown discount. But I couldn't even get a decent wage. And I ain't gonna say it. There's probably other people in that coaching staff who probably should be paid more that don't get paid more. But I'm saying, so man, you gonna sit and act like you mad at me. The whole point of this conversation is stop being tight. So when I'm saying comfortable, it means I'm gonna hire who's gonna take this.
Okay. So I'm gonna go too far. We
gotta apply some pressure somewhere.
I'm gonna go multiple angles with this. All right. First of all, as a coach, when I look at I'll show this on this show. So if you want to look at it, you can go back to like about season 4 towards the end of last year, or maybe in the beginning of this year. When your high school recruiting only has 10 players ranked, that means I, as a coach, have to fly all the time. So that's one thing. All right. Sure. Second thing is, since that's the case, I'm going to go with the coach. I'm not going to go on that tangent. Go with the coaches. You want to blame Stoops for something. He's paying a tight end coach about as much he's paying both his coordinators. So, as a coach, you have a coaching salary pool. When you got 3 guys taking up the majority of your pool, that leaves nothing for everybody else. We talked about that. That's a problem. That is a problem. So I think people need to understand, and I know it's just, I'm a different guy. Everybody wants to blame Stoops, and I understand he's got 9 million reasons to take on all that blame. But it's a lot of blame that goes that does coaching stuff also. No, man. Anthony. I'm about to get y'all. The first coach he hired, Neil Brown, ran the what offense? Bam.
We're in a moderation of the air raid, though. It was
Bam.
Modified air raid.
All right. The second coach he hired, Shannon Dawson, ran a spread offense. Right? The third guy he hired when he was at Cincinnati ran a spread offense. So all this stuff about that's BS. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, same thing happened to LSU a few years ago. I want y'all to look at Ryan Perlow. LSU's issues, LSU was on the rise. Then they had a guy named Ryan Perlow. Ryan Perlow had some issues, and that set that whole quarterback room in turmoil because one guy affected the cycle of quarterbacks that was supposed to come through. The thing that hurt the Kentucky program, not as for success, but as far as, I'm going to say, modernizing the offense, was Drew Barker got hurt the second game of the season, and we had to play Steven Johnson. When Steven Johnson came in the game, we had to change the style of offense to more of a running offense. And so with that, we were successful when we stayed with it. That's changed the course of the offensive of trajectory at UK. Because if you look at Eddie Gran at Cincinnati, he didn't run the offense we ran now. And that's what's so great about Eddie Gran. When Terry Wilson got hurt, Sawyer Smith got hurt, and then Lynn Bowden played quarterback, we ran 3 different offenses in that 1 year. I don't think anybody has ran 3 totally different offenses in one season in a span of 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So I understand y'all think, oh, we should be able to attract anybody because we. All right, and then
I think you missed the point on that though. You danced around it. You danced pretty good. All the points you made were valid, but you danced around the original point.
What?
It's Stoops, and the only reason I say this because this was my next question to you. He talking about he want to come in and run 70 plays. I love him. I want a little tempo. We got to get. I mean, if you got the Lane Kiffin mindset, is Stoops gonna let somebody come and run 70 plays? Even if that's the you saying, or Eddie Gran ran this many off, we had this person. Is Stoops? I don't care what you come in here doing. That is my biggest concern. I don't care what Bush comes in here doing. Is Stoops gonna allow him to do that week 4, week 5, week 6, till we get in a rhythm where the players can get in a rhythm and they can get acclimated to it?
Anthony, we said it on this show. I said on this show weeks ago. If y'all think Coach Stoops is calling plays on game day and dictating this and that, dude, there's only 45 seconds on the clock. I'm just telling you. The coordinator, as you know, is looking at, they don't even see the finish of the play. They're looking at the next play right now. You don't have time to be, okay, hey, Liam, run this. All right, coach, I'm gonna find a play come on, man.
That ain't what we saying, man. I put it like this. And I'm gonna tell you just the opposite. And I don't know how y'all was in 94, 90, 95, 90. I don't know how y'all was. I do know this. Hal Mummy was the head coach, and he was also the offensive coordinator.
Yep.
But there were times Mike Majors was mad, and our defense was mad because we would go 3 and out because we never really dropped 3 balls, but it's just 3 unsuccessful plays, or we scored quick. They'd be mad, they would be mad. So I'm saying if Brad White's defense is getting, because that's going to be our mainstay, that's where we're going to have to live. And I'm not saying that like you dancing again. I'm not saying the whole thing about is he calling plays. No, it's just kind of something the way we want to play. Our players are getting tired. Now he's not going to ask them to run the ball instead of pass the ball. I don't think he's going to do any of that. And I'm now, mind you, I do know Bush can run a balanced offense and can run the thing. That's one thing we do. So that's the only thing I saw on his resume or in his presser that I liked and I thought would translate it. A lot of other things, him wanting to be in the press box, we done had a tough time getting the plays in the field. So him in the press box, sending it down, defense stemming, back, rotating. It just, I don't know. I guess this is what I'm saying. It could be a perfect marriage. I'm not sure he knows what he's in for.
Now, Anthony, I'm going to go back because I'm petty like this. I'm going back to 2018, and you brought up a question about the amount of plays. Eddie Grant is running over 60 plays. I'm at game 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at game 6 right now. So for anybody to say Stoops is like, no, we can't run 60 plays or 70 plays. Come on, y'all. We are. Here's the deal, man. And it's hard to fathom this, and it's crazy to me how we go like this. Let's go 2018. We had a great running back, and we ran the hell out of him, right? And we in the 60 plays. We probably had 40-some rushes a game, right? And fans got pissed at it. Why we run the ball so much? Run the ball, right? And then when we started passing the ball, they're like, why we not run the ball enough? We should be balanced. We gotta run the ball some more. We can't be just freaking throwing out. It's like, which one is it, man? It's like, as a coach, as a program, it's hard to satisfy everybody because some young kids want you to throw the ball 50 times. Then you got some older guys that want you to run it. Then you got some people in the middle that want you to be balanced. It's like, dude, all I'm worried about is wins and losses. That's all I'm worried about. And if you run the ball 80 times, and we go to the Navy Academy running triple option, we win 12 games. What am I going to be pissed off about? Oh, because I didn't see enough entertainment. I didn't see enough passes and deep balls. Dude, we won 12 games. Like, I just don't get it. Here's the deal. Coach Stoops, when he hires someone, he wants someone to fit what he feels like is the way to win at Kentucky. Because if you look at Florida State, he played on the Jimbo. They ran a different kind of offense. But we know at Kentucky, we know right here at Kentucky, where in-state talent is not the greatest as far as quantity. We get some 2, 3, 4 guys, but you ain't going to build your roster. Like, I can build my roster at LSU. I can build my roster at Houston, staying in your area. You can't build your roster staying in Kentucky. So it becomes harder. Okay? So, I don't know, man. I'm starting to talk too much, Anthony. It's just not what people think it is. To win here and to just automatically think we're going to get whomever we want. I know as a fan, that's what you want. But in reality, I'm sorry, y'all.
There's some young, innovative people out there, though. I think there's young, innovative people. I think.
Okay, that's fair.
Why not? And this is not where I'm at. But I would be cool if you bring a young, gimmicky guy in. And Hal Mummy wasn't young. But here, run your offense. I know it looks. Now I'll give you 2 or 3 games. Now I'm like, hey man, y'all only on the field for 40 seconds. Not that the clock management. I think there's a lot more to it. If you doing 14, 15 play drives or whatever, I don't think they matter. But if you're running the screen on first down, putting you a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, then you're running the ball 2nd and 7, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. That just I think the last. I don't think it's a Stoops thing. I just want somebody who comes in with an offense and we can move the ball on 3rd down, whatever it takes. Running, screens every now and then, slants, play action, especially because you know the crazy thing about it, and here's what the problem is, man. I know it's hard to do in this conference, and I know it's hard to get somebody to come here. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to stay in the 8-win-9 range unless we doing something else with our resources.
I agree.
Or unless we take a risk. But I just feel like a lot of games, no matter how good our defenses play, do they not pick up timely 3rd downs when they need to? And I would like to see the percentage. As good as our defense is, we go crazy when they make a big 3rd down stop. But we do it quite frequently. But shit, I guarantee they convert over 50%.
Oh, I didn't know.
Big plays, not out through our game.
No, it's not over 50%.
You don't think so?
No, it's not. I'm sure that I did have a stat. I don't know where I can find. No, it's not. It's not that. Look, I'm gonna just say this as you said that. Then I'm gonna go to this. All right. So This is the problem defensively on this year on 3rd and long. All right. I don't like calling out players, right? I don't like calling out players, but we know this. So as a secondary, as a cornerback group, you only need 3. You really only need 3. If you have 4, you are living. You are living good as a coach. You only need 3. We only had 2. Our 3rd corner was horrible. So I want people to understand this. For example, in the Clemson game, we lost both our corners. We lost both our corners.
Yep. Fair.
All right. So at the end of the game, we had one of the bad corners. Then the corner was behind him. So the bad corner was the 3rd teamer. How do you feel about the 4th corner? So now, hold on. So now we got 2 corners, right? 2 corners out. Now we're bringing 2 corners that I'm going to say the coaches didn't believe in 100%. Now when you get nickel, you got to have another corner who's not even supposed to be playing. So we had 3 corners in the game that no one trusted at the end of the game. So that was a big problem. And sometimes as a coach, you have to call games and call plays according to the guys you have on the field. We didn't have Trevor Wallace. Like the whole thing at the end of the game was a culmination of a lot of things that people don't think about. And we talked about this, analyzing the last few plays. It was god awful. So it is what it is, man. It is. I think people just think that every guy on your team is that dude, and it's not. No, he didn't. Not even this much. And my fingers are touching.
Well, with all that said, I guess I never got my answer. But
I'm sorry.
What's your level of confidence?
Oh, here's what I'm gonna say. My level of confidence is pretty good, and this is why my level of confidence is pretty good. As a guy who started coaching high school football a few years ago, I think Liam's pro-style offense isn't the right offense for the majority of colleges. When every team we played was in a shotgun and running spread in some type of fashion. That don't mean it was passing the ball all the time, but they was running from shotgun every snap. Okay?
Right.
We were the only wing T team of all the teams we played, and it made it tough for teams to prepare for us because they didn't even run anything or run a game. So I think getting Bush in his, I'm going to say, current-ish style offense is not only going to help, I think, this team because we got Vandergrift playing the spread, Dane Keith playing the spread, and I'm sure Barry Brown playing the spread. So now the offense becomes more familiar, and it's not like learning your second language, right? Because the pro-style offense is, you know this, in a pro-style offense, you are calling the responsibility for everybody. You calling the Z route, you calling the X route, you calling the Y route, you calling what the running back is doing, and you calling the line protection. So that play is enormous. Enormous. So I think this new modern day, the plays are going to come in quicker, less terminology. It's going to be more current. And I think thinking about it that way has a chance to be successful.
Yeah. What else we'd have missed in the past 3 weeks? I thought we had another topic. Somebody did ask, how does NIL affect recruiting, UK recruiting and players? Obviously, SAC school, you have some large financial backing from donors. Was that compared to other SEC schools?
I've heard that we are.
I don't think so. Huh?
I've heard that we are one of the best group. And here's Anthony. This will tell you that we are kind of ahead of the game. All right. our best defensive lineman could start on any SEC team. He can start anywhere. There is not one team in the conference that Deion Walker can't start on. Now, are you telling me that Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and A&M didn't come after him? You're telling me that at least those 4 schools didn't come after him with a bag attached to it? You telling me, if you telling me that, I don't know. And for him to stay here 2 years, he had a chance to leave out his freshman year. He had a chance to leave this year, and he stood 10 toes down here. That says a lot. Now you got Barron Brown. Barron Brown could be the special teams guy for any team in this conference. You telling me that no one came to him, offered him a bag, and then had the thing where y'all losing y'all coordinator. You know, you come here and we can blah, 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 and we got this amount of money tied to it. For him to stay shows that NIL isn't a problem here. And then we got the guy from Georgia. We got a linebacker from Georgia. It shows that no, the NIL isn't a problem here.
This speculation once again. What I understand is it's great to keep Deion. I mean, obviously Deion Walker is different. Man. The guy's a gamer. The guy's gonna play. He's gonna play on Sundays. Now, here is what I may not understand. And this is just to keep numbers square. Say we got 100,000. Okay. Say we give Deion 50 of that, which is half of it. All the NIL. So we may get Barron, 30? If depending on how you break it down. But at this point, we'll be left with 20,000 left for everybody else. So maybe Georgia and Alabama didn't poach him because we probably spent our whole farm.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
And I think they can go get another one at the market value of their best players. So I think there is a little NIL bias that they gonna have. I think they can pay 2 or 3 D linemen 500, 2, 3, 400.
That's why I think I thought I was answering a question. I don't think that's an issue for us. I don't think NIL is the issue for us. I just don't. I
don't think it's not the issue.
No, here's the issue. This is how I'm gonna tell you, Anthony. And I know guys here. I know LSU's a little different, right? So, all right. As a kid, I want to play for LSU, right? Let's say LSU offers me 50. But University of Oregon offered me 80. A lot of kids, I know LSU kids, stay at home because that $30,000 ain't enough to pry me away from home where my parents can come see all of my games.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think sometimes now I don't know what Deion's situation, because Deion's from Michigan, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think that plays into as much as what I'm talking about here, but I'm sure there was some here. All right, Anthony. And that's why I tell people all the time, because people talk about Vince all the time, right? If I was in NIL my junior year, and let's just say I just came out junior year, let's say my sophomore year, I came off with 3 picks, led the team in interceptions, had 50 plus tackles, and I'm hot right now, right? I had such a good relationship with my position coach, it would take a lot for me to start over. You know what I'm saying? Like it would take, you just can't offer me 10 more thousand. It's gonna have to be double plus. Because I've got a guy who trusts me and I work my ass off to earn that trust. I don't think I want to start over in a group I don't know nothing about, with a coach I know nothing about, and start over. Now, if you offer me, if I'm getting 50 from UK and you offer me 200, I have to say, all right, Coach Smith, I can't pass that extra 150, right? But if you just offer me 75, I'm staying where I'm at. Oh, look, USM. I know right now, because I know people at my school, that little $1,900 you talking about is pennies what they play at Death Valley. a little 1,900, and then they ask for more on top of that. So if you wanna complain about that,
hold on with all the disrespect, because I understand what USM Cat fans saying. Now, the cost of living here is different than it is in these places, and it probably may be more than Baton Rouge. I don't know.
Right.
The cost of living is in Baton Rouge.
No.
I will say this, man. I don't know if this is what he's saying or not, but would you pay the same amount to go to Anthony White's basketball camp, no matter what state it's held in, as opposed to go to Michael Jordan's basketball camp? Oh, here we go. I guess we back to this old bull now. And it's an obvious reason. You probably, if Jordan charged you $1,000, you're gonna pay that, and I charge you $100. Well, I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say 100. Yeah, you did say penny, so I'm gonna say 100.
All right. So here's
that $1,000 is a lot of money to somebody. If I want to go to Jordan's camp, I'm gonna pay it.
What I'm telling you is, we make less money here in Louisiana than you make in Kentucky and Lexington. I'm just telling you. I know for a fact, because I worked in Lexington. I worked in Danville at the plant, the Maschusta, years ago.
I don't know about that.
I'm just telling you.
What's our median? Like 50,000?
In Lexington?
Do
you know what it is in Baton Rouge?
No, I'm talking.
You don't want to know what it is here, brother. Huh?
I'm talking about the state, man.
Anthony, you don't want to know what it is here, brother. You know. Dude, I'm gonna tell you this, and then we'll go on. Look, this is how much crazy is here. My dad used to write a check for his property taxes at the beginning of each year, and my mom used to get pissed because, like, why don't we just draw it out to 12 months? He wrote like a $200 check, dude, at the beginning of the year for property taxes.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough, man.
I remember that clear as day, because that's the one that, look, dude, every January or whatever, they would have this argument. No, you ain't paying that check again. Yeah, I'm just gonna get it out of the way so we ain't gonna $200 something.
Damn. You know what? That's the opposite of. I was seeing, when I got finished playing ball, I was seeing this girl from California. She came out to visit me in Cleveland. We was talking, and she was like, "Man, what are you gonna do?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna chill out for a little while." She said, "Well, you need to come out there, man. You can get a job out there." And I was like, she said something about. She said, now mind you, we know this now. Well, I didn't think about it back then. They started 90,000. Paid job started 90,000. And I was like, started? It's like 80 or 90. I was like, then that's when I started realizing the cost of living in other states or whatever. So it was on the opposite end. I was like, 90, like here, if you make 90 here, you in Lexington, you say you nice.
And I'm gonna give you another one. And boy, we just talk about anything. During 9/11, I was working at Good Technology, and in Sunnyvale, California, which is real close to San Jose. All right. My manager, female manager, Stanford grad, which is big time. She was making close to $200,000 a year. She could only afford a 2-bedroom townhouse.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, it's different. Don't go by what they paying you. Go by a little more than that. That's just.
That is a heck of a lot of money, though. I mean, I don't know.
Anthony,
I don't know.
I'm not. Look,
I feel, huh?
It is a ton of money. Not going to say I'm not in anybody's pockets because money is money. But I want people to understand that the other big programs, like the big programs that the Texas A&Ms and the Alabama, the Georgia, the LSU, I want y'all to understand that they are paying a ton of money. And for USM to say about the max schedule, USM, I want you to go look at Alabama's, Georgia's, LSU's non-conference schedule. The only thing that they do that is different than us, and I've said this so many times, is usually their first game is a high echelon game. It takes two to tango. If Oregon lose to Kentucky, they will never get back in the top 10. If Oregon lose to Alabama, they're gonna fall just a couple spots. So for a team like Oregon, for a team like Ohio State, for a team like Michigan to play us, it's more detrimental to them if they lose. That's just how the game rolls. So, but I want you guys to go look at all the non-conference. LSU had played Southern University, which is the HBCU school, for a non-conference game. That is worse than the MAC, y'all. So y'all are just looking at go look at other teams' schedule. Okay, Kabi, I didn't think it was 46. I would have gave you upper third. I would have said 39. So that's more than what I thought it was.
I was just about to say, I looked up the ticket prices, and it looks like our starting ticket price is higher than Ole Miss.
Ole Miss probably so.
And Ole Miss, they chunky.
Ole Miss probably so.
Yeah, so why are we charging more than Ole Miss? We ain't got Lane Kiffin. As a coordinator, I'm not saying as a coach. I love our coach. I just think we can. Here's the bottom line, man. I think we can do better, and I think we gotta do better.
No, we can do better, and this is twofold. All right, AJ, Anthony, have you ever seen Cam Newton in person?
Nah, I haven't. I can tell by the people we stand next to, though.
Dude, think of the biggest
person. LeBron, I thought when he did it, he was size LeBron.
I think he's
maybe 6'4", maybe 2 inches shorter, but
Cam is 6'5", dude. He might be 6'6". He's definitely
260, right?
Dude, he might be 310. But not in a bad way, dude. That MFer is that dude is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And so for me, it ain't you can't beat Cam with anybody like me. You gotta get some O-linemen. Well, he said, why are we struggling to beat these teams? USM, which teams you talking about? Because if you're talking about Georgia, Alabama, that's totally different.
No, we go back and forth Mississippi State, Tennessee. We go back and forth Mississippi State, Tennessee, Missouri.
Yeah, Mississippi is, I'm gonna say, Wendell said Mississippi's casino, Mississippi is Jackson lawyers. The lawyers in Jackson make a ton of money. That's where all that money is filtering back up to Ole Miss. Cam is a unit. And Cam ain't 260. Now I don't know what he is now. I haven't seen him recently. Dude, Cam was every bit of 280, 290 when he was playing. I will bet money that the lowest Cam was 270. 250. No, I know. Dude, he was 6'5". And you seen how big he was? 250 is like skinny. You see
I remember looking up his stats when somebody was talking something about him jumping on the football, and I compared it to LeBron. Like I said, LeBron, whatever it was, I think LeBron only had like 1.5 inches or 2 inches on him. That was the only difference. Like the weight and everything was about the same.
Dude, LSU lost to didn't they lose to Troy? They lost to Troy recently. They lost to, I think it was Troy. So y'all just think he's a just. Michigan lost to Central Michigan twice or once? I know they lost to him once years ago.
Florida got their doors blown off by who was it? Southern went down there.
No. It wasn't.
Beat the brakes off of them. Yeah, it did.
Was it Northern or was it Southern?
Southern. They ain't run the ball. I think they ran the ball 40 sometimes. They wound up.
Southern, it wasn't University. Not Southern University.
Yeah, it was Southern University, I believe. So look
at football.
Yes.
No, dude.
They beat them jokers by like 40 or something.
No, when we beat Florida,
they had about 400, 600 yards rushing or something.
Jacksonville State almost beat. Dude, y'all just I'm gonna tell y'all something. There are some schools. For example, I'm gonna tell you this, and I know this school because I kind of know the coach, right? Southeastern Louisiana.
Did I
Every
say
year.
Southern? I'm in Georgia Southern.
Okay, I wasn't. Okay, yeah.
Georgia Southern.
Okay. There are guys from Southeast Louisiana every year that are getting pillaged by Power 5 conference. LSU starting corner was from Southeastern. If y'all don't think there are dudes at some of these smaller colleges, thank you, AJ. Y'all are for a rude awakening. That if y'all just, I don't know, Anthony. I think some people think we are on the level of Georgia and Alabama, and we're not even close, y'all. Now, can we beat them?
And we not only close because we are not putting our resources and our effort toward being there.
Okay,
we can be. We ain't never right. So you're saying exactly what the hell I'm saying. We always gonna be underneath Georgia. We're always gonna be underneath Alabama. We're always gonna be underneath Florida or Tennessee. We're always gonna be at best 4th or 5th, unless we change our mindset. That's why I keep saying mediocre. I'm not saying mediocre like we ain't putting forth the effort. Well, we ain't putting forth the maximum effort. I can win a race and not run full speed.
Okay, Anthony. Can you win a race without getting the top dogs?
Me personally?
No. I'm talking about our program. Can you win a race? Because we've talked about this.
No, you can't. But we gotta be. Right. We gotta.
Right.
Go,
Anthony. Riddle me this though. Be honest with you. Be honest. Georgia lost. We got Georgia's starting linebacker who started season off starting. I think he was an All-American the previous year, right? He got hurt. Georgia's like, all right, bro, you can leave because we got so much. When you left, we didn't lose a beat.
Right.
All right. If we lose Deion Walker, or we lost Trevor Wallace, we lost a beat. When we lost our corner, when we lost Drew Phillips, we lost a beat. Don't lose 2 corners. We like in a totally different atmosphere. So if I don't know, Anthony. I understand that every coach should be criticized, but I also want fans to be a little bit realistic. Just a little bit. When you in Kentucky, I pull this up. When you only have 10 guys in your state ranked, and you're not going to get all 10, let's say you get 4 of them. That's only 4 of your 20 roster scholarships you have per year. That's in-state. Now you got to filter that in with 16 other guys from out of state. Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida don't have to do that.
Okay. And? Hold on, Van. I see you just want to keep on sitting up there. Hold on. Since you're going to sit up there. Listen, Van. And this is why you don't live in Kentucky. So you'll never understand this. I'm like Day told Craig, I gotta live here. You don't. Listen, man. No, this is what I want you to understand. I want you to listen. I want you to listen good. Everybody watching, this is what y'all been trying to tell Van. This is what y'all been trying to tell Mitch Barnhart. This is what y'all been trying to tell Mark Stoops. Van Hiles. If we would have kept Elliott Uselak and we would have brought in Mike Majors, I would be perfectly fine with us being where we are now.
Okay.
If we'd have had them 2 coordinators, Van, there was a point in time, even you said, given our geographic location, we can't achieve 8-win season. Woo! Going to bowl games. We probably could go to bowl games on and off. Right. Now, you saying we can't achieve 9 or 10 wins, which we can. Because there was, well, I guess it was about 8 years ago, where we didn't even think it was a possibility of us having the Jimmys and Joes compete. Now all we got to do is raise our expectations. We just have to raise our expectation to let's try and get 4 or 5 Jimmys and Joes. Let's try. But if our whole thing is, well, let's get whoever wants to come. We don't want, and I understand the idea of not want nobody who don't want to be here. But no, we never going to get to where Georgia and Alabama are, even LSU Ole Miss, just challenging every now and then. We never gonna get to that point. Even Missouri done challenged twice for the East, or maybe even more than that. If we don't, how the hell Missouri got a better chance than us?
Dude, okay, Anthony, I'm gonna start with the last thing you said. Missouri, look at Missouri's record before the years. They had one outlier, kind of like what we were doing. This year was their outlier. The previous year, dude, they won 5 and 6 games. This ain't like they steady marched up like 7, 8,
But they
9.
They had a sniff. They sniffed it several times.
Anthony, we had a sniff in 2018. We was playing for basically the conference title when Georgia came in town. Right?
Didn't Missouri even play in it?
Huh?
Sam's year didn't Missouri play in that SEC championship?
When Missouri came over the first 2 years, when they had Brad Smith and I can't think of the other quarterback, they played an SEC championship twice. Dude, Anthony, you don't understand, dude. I hear you. Missouri is a totally. You know what? You right, Anthony.
I understand what you're trying to say, but everybody's not going to buy it, and you just have an outlook that I don't think is. What's that? Where you can use something across all areas. You can make your whole point. The whole point is our mindset now has become, well, let's just win 8, 9 games or give you 10 every now and then, instead of starting to manipulate your resources, starting to transfer your resources to where another 3 or 4 years we can be where we want to be. We can bring it back to the same coaches that's been here.
So what you want to do is you want to get rid of Stoops and start over. No. Because you might have to change, right?
I don't want to get rid of Stoops.
No, I'm saying, dude, Anthony, this is what now I'm getting. Anthony, who said we was gonna win 10 games last year? Who said we was gonna win 9, 10 games year before?
Me listening to you. Bet you I won't listen to you no more.
Look, I did. So if y'all saying no, I want y'all to understand how difficult it is for this program to win 9 games. When you are in recruiting or in the bottom third, you are outperforming the talent level of your players every year. I want y'all to understand that. We're the 11th ranked team in the conference as far as talent level. Think about that. Every year, we are the 11th best team in talent level. And we have the bad year, we still right in the middle. We have outperformed our level of talent every freaking year. So I don't know what y'all think. All I'm telling you is that to get a player, like all this stuff that y'all just think, oh, we Kentucky, we just gonna get them, ain't gonna happen. That high school player has to want to come to Kentucky. That prospective OC, running back coach, DB coach, has to want to come. It's not just on us as a program to say, oh, we're just going to go get somebody. That individual, player or coach, has to want to come here too. It's that simple.
I'm going to give you 3 more minutes in the response so we get no bother. I'm going to give you 3 more minutes in the response. But here's the thing, man. Now I'm going to make you eat your words. I ain't going to say you're going to eat your words. You're going to do some hellified thinking. Everything you just said, I agree with. Now you tell me the past 2 years, since we can't get to Jimmy Joe, we can't. Anthony, what he wants to do? He wants to fire Stu. I'm gonna ask you this, man. That's why I like letting you talk first. In the past 2 years, barring 90% execution, how many more games do we win? If we just execute at a 90, we ain't asked you to do it. If we execute at 90%, how many more games we win in the past 2 years?
Combined,
we at least in 9 or 10 games.
And Anthony, I don't like you saying this because you tell me, oh, the woulda, coulda, shoulda. We ain't win them. So now you go. Yo, I have said in 2022 we were a false start, a legal procedure away against Ole Miss, and a hands to the helmet away from winning 10 games, 2 plays that happened, and the results were to our side. Right? That was 9. And then this year, I don't even want to talk about it. That should have been 9. So what are you saying, Anthony? Yes, we should have won 9.
Yeah, so you're saying we got to get the guys, and we got the guys here. One, we do have. Well, I know to be at Georgia and Alabama, ain't nobody at Georgia. What they were saying earlier is we want to consistently beat Missouri. We want to consistently beat Tennessee.
Oh, well,
and it should be us in Georgia. It shouldn't be Missouri and Georgia, Tennessee and Georgia. It should be us in Georgia.
Okay, y'all.
And that's just based off execution.
Anthony. All right, let's just say this. Right? Did we not have like a 7-game win streak against South Carolina? Did we not have like a 5-game win streak against Missouri for the last 2 years? Did we not have consistently beaten those two? Right? I mean, just be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
So you consistently.
So I mean, I don't know, y'all.
We did have a 6 or 7 winning streak, but did you ever go into a game thinking you was gonna beat Florida?
Yes.
I'm not saying Van Howes. I'm saying you and the Kentucky Wildcats.
Well, you know the story. There were a lot of people on the team.
Hey, well, even if you did, your mindset had to be, I got to come out and play perfect.
Hold on.
Everybody had
this MF said we just beat Tennessee a few years ago.
That's true.
At their place. In Neyland Stadium.
Yeah.
Anthony, sometimes, like I saw a fan, and I've gotten to the level where we got a minute left, where I just stopped getting on Twitter and going back and forth. I had a fan complain about the basketball team and SEC titles. We won an SEC title in 2020. I think we won about 2 games.
Before COVID or that COVID?
Well, COVID happened after the regular season was over. The COVID happened in the tournament. We won an SEC regular season title in 2020, and I think it was definitely 2 games. But people get like, well, we're gonna never beat Tennessee. Well, we just beat them. Now, if you want to say we're never gonna consistently beat Tennessee, now that's a whole different question. But you're saying
we beat Tennessee or we beat Garantano.
There you go. Now you gonna sit up here and say oh well, if you're gonna say that, Garantano beat our butt the year next to when he was a bad guy. Remember that he came in the second half and beat us?
Yeah.
Look, y'all. Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm ride or die with Big Blue. I still think we will win 8 to 9 games this year. I do. So I'm just telling y'all this is we get all excited about these little 4-star players that we get. We're just really bottom of the 4-star ranking. We ain't getting no almost 5 stars. We ain't getting no certified difference makers. Now we getting good players and we coaching them up. Y'all, we're getting good players and we coaching them up. And we are outperforming our talent level year in and year out. Period. If USM wants to get upset about the way we win games, we're not beating the MAC by enough points. You know what happens at the end of the season? Who counts the W's and who counts the L's? It's simple as that. Who counts the W's and who counts the L's? If you want to rate the W's, that's on you. If we win every game by a point, I am cool with that.
We're gonna see, man. We'll see. That's all it took us. Take a little break, man. We back to the old show now. Back to the old show, because I got so much I can say. I ain't giving y'all another 2 hours of my time. No, sir. No, hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man.
That's why we need to go Patreon. We need to go Patreon, and then it'll make it worth your while to sit here for another hour and give the people what they want. They want another hour, A-Dot, and you ain't giving it to them.
Hey, because then I got a job I got to work tomorrow morning. Right. They got to answer to me why I'm just slugging around. I ain't on the same time scale y'all on. All right, man. Stop sending messages. We ain't answering no more messages. Got a bunch of we got a bunch of former players joining in, so that's good. I got to see a bunch of comments from former players, man. Head on over to Facebook, Instagram,
Patreon,
LinkedIn, X,
Patreon.
What did I say? I missed something.
Hey, I want y'all, all y'all in here. I want y'all to I'm gonna create a what's that called where you vote on it? A vote thing?
Poll?
A poll. Patreon or not?
Pause.
Would y'all pay $1.99 or $2.99 a month for an extra hour of the locker? We in it at we gonna see, cause we gave y'all a little extra. We're gonna start in at an hour and then we'll move to Patreon. Would y'all pay $2 to $3 a month to go for another hour?
Says a person who getting off at 9 o'clock his time right now.
9:20.
Right. We'll see, man. We'll see after you took 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off, no shows. Now you want some pony up. Hey, you want to come we took 3 weeks off. Hey, you want to come back? You need to pony up.
Pony up.
Shoot, man. I'm gonna keep doing this. All right, man. Those thoughts of Van Hals, partially alone. Thank y'all for watching.
Pony up. I like that.